Dior is a French luxury fashion house founded in 1946 by the French fashion designer Christian Dior. This internationally renowned brand is known for its elegance and timeless femininity. From their ready-to-wear fashion, leather goods, and accessories or footwear, Dior changed the game forever. They're part of the LVMH group and had a reported revenue of more than 53 billion euros in 2019. So, without further ado, let us get to know the most interesting facts about the very famous brand. Dior started with a 6 million franc investment. Dior was financially backed with an influential businessman, Marcelo Boussac. Boussac had originally invited Christian Dior to design for Philip Augustin, but refused to make a fresh start under his own name rather than reviving an old brand. The new Cutter House became a part of vertically integrated textile business already operated by Boussac. The first Dior collection revived the fashion industry in France. In 1947, Dior launched his first collection for spring-summer. It was an instant success. The new collection went down in fashion history as the new look after the editor-in-chief of Harper's Bazaar exclaimed, "It's such a new look." The debut collection of Dior is credited with having revived the fashion industry of France. Along with that, the new look brought back the spirit of haute couture in France, and it was considered glamorous and young-looking. The feminine looks contrasted with the post-war fashion of the time. Women who had previously been constrained to the frumpiness of wartime dress embraced with unbounded enthusiasm the exuberance championed in the designs produced by the House of Dior after 1945. With her fondness for wasp-like shapes and opulent textiles, Dior's work was profoundly influenced by La Belle Époque, or the Beautiful Era, which the couturière's mother Isabelle Cardamone, a woman he absolutely and thoroughly admired, had symbolized for him. Christian's sister Catherine was a part of the French resistance during the Nazi occupation during World War II, in keeping with the Dior family's rebellious nature. She was eventually apprehended by the Gestapo and deported to the Ravensbrück prison camp, where she remained until 1945. Miss Dior, Dior's debut fragrance, was named after his siblings' gallantry 2 years later. Its launch was a revolution within the perfume industry. Dior's new look instigated revolts and protests. Not everyone was pleased with the new look. Some considered the amount of material to be wasteful, especially after years of cloth rationing. Feminists in particular were outraged, feeling that these designs were restrictive and regressive, and that they took away a woman's independence. There were several groups against the designs, including the League of Broke Husbands, made up of 30,000 men who were against the costs associated with the amount of fabric needed for such designs. Fellow designer Coco Chanel remarked, "Only a man who was never intimate with a woman could design something that uncomfortable." Between 1934 to 1958, Carmel Snow, editor-in-chief of Harper's Bazaar, invented the moniker "The New Look" in appreciation of Dior's post-war sartorial insurrection. Others, however, were less enthusiastic, objecting to the designer's excessive use of cloth, following the wartime rationing motto of "make do and mend." As a result, Dior was given a new moniker, the Tyrant of Hemlines. Prior to his design career, Dior professed an interest in becoming an architect, but in 1925 he enrolled at the École des Sciences Politiques to pursue a degree in political science. His father casually decided to buy him an art gallery after he graduated, a space that went on to exhibit the works of Pablo Picasso, Jean Cocteau, and Georges Braque, as well as the painting The Persistence of Memory by Salvador Dali for the first time in Paris, demonstrating that a broad knowledge of the arts and social sciences makes for the most fruitful of creative minds. Christian Dior is just another example of how, despite its undeserved reputation for superficiality, fashion is a very politicized sector, populated by people who are curious and conscientious. Dior dabbled with anarchists during his stay at Sciences Po, even labeling himself as such. In contrast, he spent a few months in the Soviet Union researching communism's socio-political repercussion. Dior's superstition grew as he grew older, and by the time he was routinely presenting collections, he felt compelled to name one garment in each show after his hometown of Granville. At least one model would be required to carry a bouquet of white lilies, and God forbid he would start a couture presentation without first consulting his tarot card reader. "I'm a people's person. They have to admire me. Therefore Christian Dior me from my head to my toes," Madonna sings in Evita, a 1996 musical. Dior has been mentioned frequently in contemporary culture, from Broadway numbers to Morrissey lyrics. Haruki Murakami's writing in his novel The Wind-Up Bird Chronicle, a novel, is one of the most beautiful mentions. I went to the bathroom and removed the bottle of Christian Dior cologne that had been given to Kumiko by someone. I emptied the entire contents into the sink, one at a time. 2,500 individuals attended Christian Dior's funeral, including family, friends, and the devoted clientele he'd accumulated over his brilliant career. His successor, a 21-year-old Yves Saint Laurent, was also present, having worked under Dior's tutelage for 2 years before his death. Saint Laurent was photographed by Life magazine standing alone after the ceremony, looking melancholy and gloomy. Not only had he lost his mentor, but he was also set to become the world's youngest couturier. Behind the huge Dior enterprises was always the plump, pink-cheeked master who twice each year retired into solitude to create the newest creations, stated his obituary in the New York Times in 1957. And he spent a lot of that time each year in the bathtub, generally in his Empire tub, which was made of green marble and was lined with silvery metal and had swan's head faucets. He bathed there while pondering a fresh line and scribbling his ideas on scraps of paper. Fabulous. Despite the fact that it's been operating for a long time, Dior has established strong partnerships with Hollywood celebrities and social media influencers, working closely with these individuals to reach new demographics and re-establish its identity as a new, modern brand. As a result, the company may project a more popular image and appeal to a larger audience. The brand has collaborated with and clothed celebrities such as Jennifer Lawrence and Lupita Nyong'o, who are likely to appeal to millennials. Images and videos from campaigns are posted on both the official Dior profile and the celebrity ambassadors' social media profiles, demonstrating how well Dior has integrated social media into their marketing communication strategy. Interestingly, in 2001, designer Hedi Slimani relaunched the Dior Homme boutique on 30th Avenue Montaigne with a new, modern male idea. Slimani incorporated this notion throughout his debut Dior Homme collection. Dior Homme quickly attracted a prestigious male clientele, including Brad Pitt and Mick Jagger. So, that's all for today's video. Feel free to tell us in the comment section below what you think about the video and the most exciting fact about the brand Dior. It was really interesting to know about so many interesting facts about the famous brand Dior. Let us know in the comment section which one got you amazed. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Luxury Bae, and hit that notification bell so you can always be notified by our regular uploads.